They say university makes students. Here, students make university. So, with the slogan of Think Big, I, Himanshi Kaushik, your host of the day, would want to welcome you all in today's webinar on how to become a Unity game developer. So, I hope that you all are safe, sound, and happy at wherever you're taking this webinar from. So, before we know a lot more about the games and developing, I shall introduce you to our expert today. We have Ms. Pallavi Arora with us, Assistant Professor, School of Computer Applications, LPU. She is a magnetic personality with over 4 years of experience in lovely professional university. She has been teaching subjects related to game development, such as Blender, Unity, Godot, etc. She also has been teaching some core subjects like computer architecture and programming to graduate and postgraduate students. She has her interests in data science, gaming, AI, and machine learning as well. So, ma'am, it is a pleasure for us to be here and looking forward for an amazing session, ma'am.
Hello. Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Pallavi Arora, and let's start. Today, we will be discussing about that how to become a Unity game developer. Okay. So for that, first of all, I will be my slides. Okay, so first of all, I will be letting you know that how you can be a good Unity developer. Okay, so we have a number of platforms which help you to make a good game developer. Fine. So there are a number of platforms available, like Unity is there, Unreal Engine is there, Godot is there. But why Unity? See, why Unity? Because first of all, Unity is a very, very useful tool. Many games, like if you search over the internet, you find number of games that can be developed with the help of this Unity only. Fine. So first of all, so see if you search for like there are like games, KBC game is also there, which is made on the Unity platform. So that's why we are like going to introduce this topic to you. So first of all, if I talk about game development, it's a very vast term, game development. Game development doesn't mean that you're going to be only developer, like such as you're going to do coding. No, you can see yourself as a game designer also. You can see yourself as audio also, like audio you can go for. Audio developer also. You can be a game coder also. There are different profiles available for gaming. Fine. So that's so we are like, if you have a good creativity skills, then what you can do, you can go for this game designer. If you are a good coder, then you can go for gaming coding. You can choose your career as a coder also. But if you think you are good in audio and managing all things, then you can go for the audio source. However, if you're good at designing characters, you can go for character designing also. For animation, we have also different profile available. Fine. So there are multiple job opportunities are there in a game development. Fine. So let's see this. So what do you think how this game has been designed? There's a process that we are following to design a game. We have to follow process, fine? So first of all, whenever like somebody, for example, let's take an example of PUBG or any game. So what they do, they don't directly start making the game. No, first of all, they think about an idea, fine? A game development, like whenever we are going to create any software, there's a process that we're going to follow. The same process we are following in the game development tools. Game developments go through a number of stages. Fine. So first of all, if I talk about game development phases, we think about an idea. Fine. Then we try to convert that idea. And we make a GDD, game design document. See, first of all, we think about an idea. That idea should be a unique one. Fine. So if we have an idea, what we'll do, we think about the other things. Fine. We'll think that how that idea is going to process. So the idea is in the mind, what we have to do, we have to prepare a game design document. What is game design document basically? In game design document, what we're going to do, we are going to write everything step by step. Everything step by step means that what characters will be there in the game, how we're going to process the game, Find which tool shortcut keys. Whenever you're playing a game, you might have used this all like arrow keys. Fine, you have used ASWD, all this. Fine. So these all are the shortcut that we are using. How your like game is having the definition that if we press forward key, the character will move forward. If we press backward key, the character will move moving to backward. How your game is recognized this all, because we have added this inside the game. Fine. So we will be that everything in the GDD game design document, that how we are going to do that, which key will be used for which shortcut. Fine. So we have defined, we are defining everything inside the game. Understood? Like shortcuts we will be defining. We will be defining about other things also, what are the various characters are there, what are the various type of enemies are there, how many which character will behave like this, or if there's some certain validations or verifications are there, we apply that. Got the point? So we have a process. So every process, like everything is having a process. So game design also have a one process. So first of all, we create a GDD, that is game design document. Any company, those are going to design a game. So first of all, we create game design document where they explain everything about the game. Fine. The shortcuts, the enemies, the hurdles that we are going to add, how your game look like, how many characters are there, it's a story-based game or it's a first-person shooter or third-person shooter, what kind of game it is, we'll define it. Fine. So once we define everything, fine. So what is the next step? The next step is we have to choose game engine. Which game engine we will be using? We have different engines, like game engines are available. So we have Unreal Engine, we have Unity, we have another like Godot also is there. So we have multiple engines are available. So Unreal Engine and Unity is more popular.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry to interrupt, but have you changed a slide? Because it's only the first slide that we can see, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I have changed the slide.
Okay, but we cannot see, ma'am. Could you please do it again?
Just wait.
Yeah.
Yes, so we were talking about game design document. We were talking about game engine. So first we are going to discuss about a game engine, that is Unity. So we will be discussing the Unity in this particular 1 hour lecture. Fine. So let's talk about other thing. Okay. So how many of you like play games? I think all of you like play games. Am I right? So we are playing a game on daily basis, but we don't know which platform it's made for. So next time, whenever you're going to play any game, so think I'm sure that you will be going to check which platform it has been taken. So now we will be helping you to make a secret game developer. Okay. Okay. Yes. So now let's talk about operating system. So whenever you're going to play a game, so there are like operating system requirements are there. So while, for example, you're going to play a game, many of you have bought a gaming laptop also, because some games are only operational on the gaming laptop. They are not working on the normal like laptops. Fine. So if you have a gaming laptop, then only you will be able to play that particular game, because basic requirement is operating system, operating Windows 7 we require 8, 10. Fine. So RAM is also very, very important. Which processor your system has, it is also very, very important. Fine. So every game, like if the game is very heavy, the operating system requirement or the RAM requirement, the processor requirement will be increased. Fine. So that is a system requirement. Okay, so now let's talk about game development process. Okay, so in a game development process, as we discussed in the beginning, so what happened in the game design process? In a game design process, first of all, we will be thinking about an idea. Fine. So whenever you're thinking, okay, how many of you have an idea of a game? I think all of you, like if you're here in this webinar, you must know that you have an idea, or you will be thinking after this particular lecture. So game, everyone is having a, like, if you have a good skill, then you can think of, first of all, if you look for the environment, you will find a very good idea from this environment only. So whenever like you have a game idea, the idea is in the brain. We have to convert the idea into a programming. Fine. We have to think about an idea. We'll write it down, an idea that is a GDD. Then what we're going to do, we will be start practicing. We will be using the platform to make the particular idea like in appropriate practical. Fine. So Unity, if I talk about Unity specifically, we will be using a C# scripting, or Unity is also providing us their own scripting. Fine. So let's start. We'll not discuss any more theoretical. We'll directly jump into the programming, or that how the Unity interface look like. Just wait for a moment. I'm sharing my screen. Unity account. So whenever you create a Unity account, now see here, while I have first of all, whenever you want, yes.
Ma'am, sorry, ma'am, your video is not visible, ma'am.
Ma'am, without video, can't we speak?
No, ma'am, without video, as in your video is not visible. Your face is not visible, ma'am. You
Okay,
must.
ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Okay, so see here, see students, if you notice this is a Unity platform, what I have just did, first of all, whenever you want a Unity, so first of all, you have to install the Unity Hub, fine. So the moment you install the Unity Hub, so you have to log into your account, fine. So see, if you have noticed that what happened to my platform, like it was not login because it was creating an issue. So why it was creating an issue? Because I have not logged in it, or I have logged in it, or it will be log out automatically. See here in the this side, if you check to this side, this here, it's a sign in option is available. Fine. So I have created all those projects. So what you have to do, you have to click on this sign in option. The moment you click on the sign in option, this page will be open. Fine. Once this page will be open, see here you have to create your profile. Sometime what happened, class? Sometimes what happens, students? It's not open. See, for my like it is giving you an issue that sorry, this link is not working because a network issue might be there, or another kind of issue will be there. Because of that, it will not work. So see here, the moment I click to this, now it is working because my account login error is now removed. So it makes sure that whenever you were trying to log into the Unity, always this account should be visible. Got the point? So when you go to this point now in this sign in option, so sign in first of all your account, fine. And once you sign in, so you have to fill your email ID and password. You will be first, you have to register it. Your email ID or password must be there, fine. So what I'm going to do, I will be now see, I have to manage the license. It's giving me an issue once again. Just wait for a moment. So I have to click on the get a free license. You have these options. See what I just did. See, I go to this. See, now earlier it was like nothing is visible. Now NS is available because this account is logged in through Neha. So that's what NS is mentioned. If in your case, it will be like, for example, your name, your first name, second name. So what you have to do, all of you, it's important to log in. Click on this setting and then you get this page. Here you have to log in to your account. Once this will be login, you have to come back again, click on the manage license, click on the add option, and you have this all the options. Fine. So don't click on this. You can click on a get a free personal license. You have to click on agree agree and get personal data license. Once you click on that, see now it will work. If I click on now new project, I will be able to create a new project. Have you understand what issue Unity is creating? Whenever you are installing a Unity, it's very, very important that you install Unity Hub. In the Unity Hub, what will happen? Sometimes it's create an issue of login. So make sure your system will not work. You are not able to create a project until you are not logged into the Unity account. Fine. So what I log in, I see when I click on the new project, it's giving me the option 2D, 3D. We will be creating 3D games. So we will be clicking on 3D. And here I can give the name, for example, we will be working with the rollerball project. I will be clicking on roll a ball project. This is a location there I will be able to create it. Fine. So create project. So this project will go like it will be going to create. See, you can see that my project is creating. It takes 5 to 6 minutes. It also depends upon the system. Fine. My screen is visible, students.
Yes, ma'am, it is visible, ma'am.
Okay. See, you can see the processing bar. Let me visible my complete screen. I will be sharing my complete screen. Just wait for a moment. Yes, see now this is a processing. It is showing the processing. What happened once you create a Unity project, now it has to import all the library that will going to support your all the project. So it will take some time to open. It's also verify. It also depends upon the system, which system you are using. Sometime for like slow PC, it take 10 minutes also to create a project. So let's wait for a few minutes. The project is creating. Understood the point, got the issue that what kind of issue you will be facing once you will be getting a Unity project. It's very, very important. Fine. So like for mine also, it was not working initially. Now it's working fine. It's very, very important. Like see, it's showing me the error. Like sorry, login page was not there. Sometimes Unity create this issue. So let's talk about this. We'll create a project. But don't worry, it's very easy platform. We will be able to use it. Yes. So now the moment you create a project, this screen will be visible. See this screen. So first of all, it's very, very important to understand how this complete screen works. Fine. So first of all, at the top, you have file, edit, assets, game objects, component, window, help. These are the options that is available. Fine. So we have this, this is the hierarchy panel. This is the main scene. This is a game view. Fine. This is inspector window. This is navigation. Here you have all the assets. Fine. So what is hierarchy window? First of all, what is hierarchy window? In the hierarchy window, you will whatever game objects. So see, whenever you're going to create a game, we need some objects. For example, you wish to create a ground. We need one game object. With the help of that, we will be creating a ground. Fine. So Unity is providing us few game objects that we will be using later. Whatever game objects you will be using, fine. All the game objects should be reflecting in the hierarchy window. Got the point? So see, Unity, if you go to game object, here you have a 3D object. Inside the 3D object, you have this 5. Unity is only providing you the 5 game objects. First is cube, sphere, capsule, cylinder, plane, quad. You have to use this game objects only to create anything. Fine. So if you have a question that how we will be creating human being, fine. So we are not able to create human being is like by using this 5 game objects. So how we will be creating a human being in that case? So what we'll be doing? We have another tool such as Blender. There we will be creating human being, and then we can import that asset here. We call it asset. Whenever we are creating something, like for example, I will be creating human being. I will be creating for example, machine, something like that, which is not possible through this game object. We will be creating in other platform, and then we import this inside this Unity platform. Then we will be able to use it easily. Got the point? So Unity is providing us this 5 platform. You have to think that how this Unity is providing you this 6 game object. You have to think that how you will be using this game object. Fine. So we are going to create a project, roll a ball project. For need, first of all, roll a ball project. Roll a ball project means what? I would like to roll my ball. Fine. So how you will be rolling your ball? You will be rolling your ball with the help of, for example, you will be rolling the ball. Fine. So we will be giving you the code that how you will be rolling a ball. But first of all, I need one base where I will be rolling the ball. That means I need one ground where I will be rolling the ball. So the ground will be created with the help of this plane. So this is a plane. Fine. So see, the moment I take the plane, it starts reflecting in the hierarchy window. So in the hierarchy window, 2 things were already there: camera and direction light. Camera, see, camera you will be able to see here. If you click on the camera, with the help of camera, we are able to view this. Fine, view this scene. So wherever you're going to design this, that is known as a scene panel. And this game panel, how your game look like, that is your game panel. So two things were already there, game main camera and direction light. Main camera is this one, where we are able to view everything. Direction light. Light means it's kind of sunlight. Fine. With the help of direction light, I will be able to see everything on the screen. So the moment I click on the main camera, you can check in the inspector window, the properties of the main camera is reflecting. That means whatever I can do with the main camera is reflecting in this side. Click on the main camera, see all the properties of main camera. Click on the direction light, all the properties of direction light. Click on the plane that we have taken, all the properties of plane. So that means inspector window reflecting the properties of any game object, right? So I click on the main camera. If I uncheck this option, that means I'm not able to see anything. See, nothing is here. Uncheck means I don't want it inside the I don't want the working of this. So that's why I'm disabling it. Uncheck or check means you can disable, right? So I'll click on the lighting. The moment I disable the lighting, what will happen? You can notice the change in the Unity scene. See, if I on this, if I enable this, then only I will be able to see this plane. Got the point? So if I disable it, then this is not visible. The lighting is very, very important. See, the camera is there, but the lighting is not there. Whatever there in the game scene, that will be blurry one. That is in the black and white. Black, right? So that's what's very, very important. Plane we have added. So let me rename it. You can right click to this, rename. I'm going to rename it as a ground. Fine. So now what I want, if I click on the ground, just if you have a mouse, you can just scroll down. You will be going closer to that. Fine. So now what these three lines are reflecting? These three lines are the axis, x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis. Because we are working on a 3D game. That means three axes will be there. So now you can see here, you have the shortcut tool. If you see this line, if you take this one, you will be able to move this. See. Fine. So see here, if I click on this ground, click on the ground, and this side, you can see in the inspector window. You can see in the inspector window, there's a transform option is available. Transform. What is transform? In the transform, you have three things: position, rotation, and scaling. Position means where you want to set this inside the game. Fine. So for example, I'm setting the position as 0, 0, 0. That means for this plane, the axes are 0, 0, 0. Fine. Now let's understand rotation. Rotation means if you would like to rotate it. For example, I would like to rotate this plane on 90 degrees. Fine. I would like to rotate it on x90. See, it's straight now. It's become a wall. Fine. So that's how you can move. You can rotate the object. Now I'm going to 0, 0. What is scale? Scale means if you wish to increase the size of this. Let's go for 10, 10, 10. You will be able to see the size has been changed. This is not compulsory that every time you have to give the same x axis, y axis, z axis. It depends upon the requirement. Fine. If you wish to go for 8, 9, 10. See, the dimensions will be arranged accordingly. Like the size of the plane will be arranged accordingly. Scale. Scale is very, very important. Scale means you can resize the plane. Fine. Rotation means you can rotate the object according to your requirement. And position means in the scene where you would like to set it, on which dimensions you would like to set it. That's defined by the position. Okay. So sorry, let me go for 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. It's a little bit. Okay. So this is your ground. Okay. Okay. Now this, instead of using from here, like you have two options. Firstly, you can click on the game object this side, and you can click on the position, and you can change the position wherever you wish to place. Secondly, you can go for the rotation. This is manually you will be doing. Otherwise, you can use this shortcut. The first shortcut is this. That is move tool. Click on this. If you are moving this, now see the inspector window very carefully. I'm moving this blue line. You can see the z-axis is changing. In this side, see this z-axis is changing. Earlier it was 0. If I'm changing this red line now, you can see the x-axis is changing. If I'm changing the y is changing. Fine. So that means you can use this shortcut tools for like this shortcut tools for this whole position, rotation, scaling. Otherwise, you can go for manual. If I click on this rotation tool, I will be able to rotate it. Fine. So see, Z axis is changing. Okay, fine. So let's talk about let's go for a manual one. Okay, so this is move tool, this is rotation tool, and this is scale tool. Scale tool, for example, I click on this. Once you click on the shortcut, you have to choose the object also from the hierarchy. Fine. So I'm clicking the object. Now you can see here, I'm using this scale tool. This red line changing the x-axis. This blue is changing Z, and this green is changing Y. Understood the point? Let me go for 2, 2, 2. Manually you can do, or you can use this shortcut. Okay. So now, for example, this is a white color. I would like to give the color to this. First of all, one thing I forgot to tell you, this hand tool. If you click on this hand tool, you will be, click on this ground, click on the hand tool. If you click on any, see, with the help of hand tool, I am freely able to move anywhere on the game scene without changing my position. See, I'm clicking on this hand tool and I'm making changes in the screen. I can move anywhere, wherever I wish to move, and my position is not changed. This is a use of the hand tool. Got the point? So now you are clear with this 4 that we are using. So if you are like, if you have a mouse, we right click on the mouse, it become an eye. Fine. Once it become an eye, you can also move to anywhere. And you can use shortcut tools. A, right click to this, it become an eye, and click on the A, you will be able to move left. D, you will be able to move right. W, you will be able to move closer to the object. And S, you will be far from the object. You can also use these 4 shortcuts, which is very, very useful in the Unity. Okay. Now, have you understood this? Okay, let me repeat once. So right click to this, right click to the mouse, it become an eye. The moment there's an eye reflecting on the screen, A, move left, D, move right, W, move closer, S, far. Okay. So now I would like to give the color to this. I would like to give the color because white, you can give, because games are also color. Games are very colorful. So we have to give the color. So how we will be giving the color? So if you click on this plus, see this side, you will be clicking on this plus. Fine. Once you click on this plus, you will find number of options. You have to click on the material. In gaming language, any platform you are using, for example, you're using Unity, you're using Unreal Engine, whatever platform is, material is known as color. Fine. You choose material, that means you would like to give the color. So I'm giving the color name, rename it as a ground color. Fine. So ground color, click on this. Once you click on this ground tool, see, this inspector window is changed. This inspector window is changed. If I click on the ground, the inspector window is showing for the ground. If I click on this, the inspector window is showing for the material. Now click on this white color. Click on the any color that you wish to give. For example, I wish to give this green color. See, the circle is also changing. The material is also changing. Now just drag and drop. How easy it is giving the color. How easy it is. All you have to do, click on the plus, click on the plus, click on the material, choose the color. Okay, I don't want this. I'm going to delete this. I just want one. One more thing I would like to tell you. See, this is a material. So what I prefer, I just want to give you one suggestion. What you can do, it's good to make a folder for everything. For example, in a one game, you're not going to get one, you are not going to use one single color. You have to use multiple color. Fine. Depends upon the requirement. So what you can do, you can click on the plus and you can create a folder. Fine. So I'm going to create a material folder where I will be adding all the material. Okay, so I've created the material folder where I have added, I'm going to add all the material that I'm going to use for this game. Okay, so now you got the point how to give the color or how to take a game object. So Let's take the other one, sphere. I'm going to take one sphere because I want to move the ball. So I have taken the sphere. Fine. So sphere is here. So let's move here. Okay. So it is in this side. You can see if you click on the sphere, sphere is because I want ball. So that's why I've taken the sphere. So I'm going to rename it as a ball. Ball. And here you can go for the sizing is 5, 5, 5. Right? So see, you can notice that it's like, so it's not a touch with the ground, right? So what I'll be doing, I will be changing the position. I'm going to do this. Okay, this is my ball. Let me increase the size of this. Let me increase the scale of the ball. 10, 10, 10. It's too big. Okay, 5, 5, 5 is perfect. Because the size of my scale is smaller. Let me change the size of the scale also. It's good. Now my ball is fine. So now I hope you are clear with this. Fine, how we are doing this, how we have added this ball. So let me give the color to the ball. Same thing. Click on this plus, click on the material, and write it down ball color, or you can write it down ball material. Add this inside the material folder. Click on this and give the color for whatever you wish to give. Fine. So now what other thing we can go for? How to give the texture. So see what happened here. See, this is a normal color, right? You have seen games where normal colors are also there and textures are also there. Sometimes like textures are of tiles or another texture. So first of all, what is the difference between textures and color? Color means a plain color, right? Texture means, for example, you see a table. So there are brown lines and black lines. Am I right? That is a texture. This is not a plain one, right? So you can add the texture to the game, like this particular object also. You can apply the textures. So for applying a texture, I want one image. I am going to download the image from the internet. For example, I'm downloading tiles images. For example, this is a texture. So what I like this texture. For example, I right click to this. I save this. With the name of tiles, I'm going to save it. Save this one. Okay, so I want that same inside my game scene. Okay, what you can go for? You can go to asset. Here you have option of import new asset because you want something outside the Unity platform. That means you have to import it. Import new asset, and it is inside the down documents tile. Import. So see the image is here. Fine. All you have to do, you have to drag and drop this image like this. See how easy it is. All you have to do, you have to like download the image, whatever, like, see, we can use different platform also. We can use Blender to create the tiles, fine. But I just want to tell you, for example, you have created a tiles with the help of Blender, and that is inside your, for example, computer. All you have to do, you have to click on the assets. You will be clicking on this import new asset, and then you can search for the location. It will be there in the assets panel. Right click to this. I'm going to create a new folder with the name of textures, and I'm going to add this tile inside this, fine, and just drag and drop the options. I hope this is clear for everyone. Now Now what I want, I would like to add step. Fine, I would like to add a step. So I want my ball to move. I want my ball to move. So if you wish to move your ball, fine. So what you have to do, you have to write a code for that, fine. So how you will be adding a step to this? So for that, what I'll be doing, click on this ball. This inspector window is reflecting the ball. Here, click on the add component. Here you can search for new script. And here you can give the name as, for example, movement. Fine. So the movement of the script is here. Oh, sorry. Okay, let me share once again. By mistake, I have clicked on the stop. I hope that's visible. So what happened here, class? So what I just did, I have this. Fine. What I just did, I click on this script. Okay. So it is here. So let me open it. Is it visible, class? My Visual Studio is visible, students?
Yes, ma'am, it is visible.
Visual Studio is also visible, ma'am? Coding platform is...
No, ma'am, only the frame in which there's a ball and
Okay.
yeah, software you would take.
Okay. Yes, I hope now it's visible.
Yes, ma'am. Now it's like coding, right, ma'am?
Only coding is visible.
Yes,
Na?
yes.
Okay. So see what happened. I have written the step. Oh, sorry. I have like created a step. Okay. So once I create a step, once I just click on this, once I click on the step, I have created with the name of movement. I double click to the movement. So this interface is open. Fine. You can open the script on the notepad also. You can open the script on the Visual Studio. It's also one of the platform that used for the coding. Fine. So I am going to use this Visual Studio. So once I click on this Visual Studio, this script will be open. So if you see this, if you see the scripting, first of all, the first 3 lines are reflecting what? The first 3 lines are reflecting this library, fine? The library that is required to run this code. So what happened over here? So Unity first is like system.collection, system.collection.generate system using Unity engine. So these are the 3 libraries that is already code. If you have worked with C or C++, you might have known that hash include stdio.h and ponyo.h. These are library. So libraries are very, very important in any coding platform. So these libraries support all whatever we are going to write inside the script. It's a kind of support for all the like all the code that we are going to use. Fine. So let's talk about other thing. So see the class name is also created by the like platform. So what is here? The class name is movement. So if you see if you notice the moment I create a script, I give the name as movement. And here the class name is also movement. Fine. So what happened here? So whatever name you given to the script, the same name is given to the class by default by the Unity. If the class name and the script name is not same, then what will happen? Unity will not run this code. It will give an error. Fine. It's very, very important. The class name and the script name will be same. So now let's start with the code. So first of all, we will be taking 2 variables. Okay, so what I'm going to do. Okay, so here in the Unity platform, first of all, we will be adding the rigid body. So right now, we have created the game. Right now we have created a ball only and we have a platform. Now ball, there's a no rigid body. What is a rigid body? Because what happened here, we are able to move on the planet. Why? Because of the gravity. So same goes for this, same rule apply on the Unity platform. Whatever objects you are using, they're in the space, right? So what we have to do, we have to add the gravity. Okay. So first of all, it's very, very important to add the gravity. So that the option is known as a rigid body. The option is known as a rigid body. So what I'm going to do, I will be taking one variable, private rigid body RB. Fine. Private is a type. Private and public, we have 2 type of variable. Private means the accessibility is if I declare any variable private, that means what happened? I'm only able to access the particular variable inside the script. I'm not able to use it outside the script. But if I give something public, let me give public a variable. Public in speed. So public means I will be able to assess like in the inspector window, especially here in the inspector window. Fine. Let me show the complete screen. Then only you will be able to understand this. Okay. Whenever you take something public, see, I take public in speed. Now what will happen? The speed will be start reflecting here. See, I have created this movement of the script movement. So it is movement here. So my speed will be reflecting here with the movement. If I take something public, if I take something private, it's not reflecting here. Whatever variable you will be taking here, public, it start reflecting here in the inspector window, right? So public, because I want the user to give the speed. Speed will be declared by the user. So that's why I've taken it as a public, fine? So I'll click on the ball. And first of all, I click on the add component and add the rigid body. Rigid body means I'm going to add the weight. See, mass, gravity. I'm going to add the weight to my ball. Because of the weight and gravity, my ball will fold up. Okay. So RB equal to, I have taken one variable RB, fine. And I'm taking get component. Which component? Rigid body. Okay, so what this line of code do? The first function start will do what? The moment your game starts, fine? So first of all, when this script will be run, my Unity interface check, like the code, like it's check whether the rigid body component is added with the ball. That means whether there is a mass in the ball, whether the gravity is there in the ball. If it is there, this script will check. If it is there, then only it will move. And how it will move? We have two movement, horizontal and we have vertical. We have two movements, horizontal and vertical. See, I would like to move my ball either to left or right. I don't want my ball to move, like to jump. I don't want it for jump. That's why I am not going to write the code for the jump. I will be only want the movement of horizontal and vertical. So that's why I've taken the two variables, horizontal and vertical. Let me write the code. I've taken variable horizontal and vertical. Float, because the position could be in the decimals also. Input dot get axis. Input. Okay, so what happened when you move your ball like inside the game? So every time the value of x and y will be changed, fine. When it will be changed, so what we have to do, we have to take the values. So just wait. Okay, so what I'm doing here, class, students, see what I'm doing. I have taken two variables. Fine. The first one is my horizontal variable. Second one is my vertical variable. Fine. It is a float because the position changing could be in the decimals also. Okay. So what happened over here? When you move your ball, for example, I'm moving the ball left or right. See, whenever I'm moving the ball, see here, ball. So my ball will be moving on this platform only. It will be moving like this. Once it will be moving, the position is changing. So what we have to do, we have to take the values, get axis, get the axis value, find horizontal and vertically, and vector 3. Vector 3 is used for, vector 3 is used for 3 dimensions, fine. So vector 3, movement equal to new vector 3 horizontal, comma 0.0f, vertical, RB dot speed. So what these lines are saying, if you see this, first of all, when you run your ball, it's first of all, first line check whether the rigid body component is attached with the ball. That means whether the mass is there inside the ball. If it is saying yes, we are passing this to variable R. That means mass is there. The component is gonna pass it to the R. Now, when we move the ball inside the game, inside the like Unity platform, what will happen? It's take the horizontal axis, because either it will move horizontal or vertical. This is no upward direction. We are not jumping. We don't want ball to jump because we want only the roll. That's why we're taking horizontal value and passing this to the horizontal variable. We're taking vertical value and passing this to a vertical variable. But Unity is, because we are creating 3D projects, so we have to tell the 3 dimensions. That's why we are taking vector 3. Vector 3 means telling 3 dimensions. Fine. So I'm taking horizontal for X, vertical for Z, and for upward, that means for Y, it's 0. Fine. And then we are applying a force, because with the help of force, we are able to move. Save this. Let's jump back to the Unity once again. See here, class, as I told you, see here, the speed is available. Why the speed is available? Because I have taken it as a public. Let me take it as a private. See, I've taken it as a private. Okay, now see. Let's save this. See here. It's not reflecting here anymore. So that is a use of public and private. Okay. I'm going to give it 10 speed. From here, from this particular button, you can play it. Play the ball. Now see. We are able to move. Now you'll see it's not same. Like as it, like see in the game scene, the different view is there. Say in the scene, it is a different view. In the game, it is different view. How you can settle down? Click on the main camera, go to the game object. Here you have option aligned with the view. The moment you click on align with view, what will happen? The same view, which is reflecting on the scene, it's start reflecting on the game. Now you can see. Understood? So what I have understood during this lecture, you have understood the benefit of using Unity. You have understood that how a Unity platform look like. You have understood that what kind of issues will be there if you install the Unity. If you, first of all, again, I'm repeating, install Unity Hub. Once it will be installed, log in, create your account. Once it will be created and count, it gives you an error, like sometime, because this network issue could be there. Sorry, the link is not working, but you have to keep on trying to work twice, it works, right? Then you have to log in and go for student account. Okay, student, go for free license, not for student. You can go for a student, but it will go for the verification. You can go for the student also. Otherwise, you can go for free license. Okay, that's all.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for this insightful presentation. And it has been a little unusual also, because for the students, they can practically learn how to do certain things, the process they can use while preparing the game. And so, ma'am, you have really justified the topic of our webinar as to how you can develop a Unity game. And thank you so much for crediting your time as well. Ma'am, we have certain queries. So can we take up?
Yes.
Okay. Ma'am, first thing students want to ask, while going into this course, developing the game, what are the advancements a student has done in Lovely Professional University?
Actually, ma'am, right now students are working with AR and VR technologies also, because we have the course AI, AR and VR. That is, I think the modern era is of VR and AR. So students are working with that. They have created the application where manually we can arrange everything. For example, you have clicked a photo of your room and you would like to see how the room will look like, where you can place bed or chairs. You can virtually do that on your mobile phone, like using the AR VR app, using game development, and then you can apply it the same way on your room. So that's the benefit. Like that is the app the student has created. So students are working on that, and they have done good job.
So attendees, you must have heard what all our students are doing. So I would request you to start taking admission in the course, so that you are also going to create such great and fantastic work. Ma'am, another question is there any other software other than this to create game?
Yes, ma'am. There is Unreal Engine available. There you can also create a game. Maya is also there. we are teaching Unreal Engine also. Blender we are teaching, that is used for creating characters, because character designing is not possible in the Unity. So we are using Blender character design, and Maya and this Unreal Engine and Unity is used for that.
Okay, so attendees, you must have heard like we have other softwares as well. You can learn different things from different softwares. And thank you so much, ma'am. Your way of explanation was really appreciating, and you explained. I believe all the queries of the students must have been resolved by now. And ma'am, we have certain queries regarding admission process. So with your permission, can we take up admission queries as well, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, for that, I will be needing to share my screen. So can I do that, ma'am?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am, just in a moment. Okay, so students, apart from all the queries that we've had regarding the webinar and the topic, we were having certain queries from admission process as well. So I will just be briefing you real quick about how you can take admission in your favorite course. Okay, so first and basic thing is you have a site where you need to just log in or you need to visit, and that is lpu.in, and it is lpu.in. So once you click on this, this will be open. This will be the interface that will open in your browser, any browser you use. Okay, and then after that, we have all the highlights of the university that is listed here. These are the highlights which has been done either or happening or maybe will happen in near future. So you can check it out what all highlights are there about the university. Now after that, because we are just focusing on the admissions, right? We're focusing on the process of taking admission. So we'll just go on admission in here. And once we click on admission, we can see all the segregated programs out here. You can see after 12th, after graduation, post-graduation, doctoral, 10th, diploma, etc. So you can actually find out whatever course you need to go, and you can just simply click on that after 12th, either it is after graduation if it is, or whatever you want to pursue in. So we're taking an example of, let's say, an undergraduate program. You've passed your 12th grade and you want to have admission in your undergrad program. So you just go to undergrad program and simply click regular programs. So once you click on regular programs, you will be seeing the interface where all the disciplines are visible to you. You can see all the disciplines: engineering, computer science, applications, IT, management, commerce, economics. Every discipline is visible in front of you. Now whatever discipline you want to choose, you just simply click on this. Let's say we have chosen computer science and applications and IT. Okay, now all the courses that are available under that particular discipline is listed in front of you. You can see BCA, BSc Information Technology, Honors Computer Science, BCA, and other programs as well. So we'll just simply just go to BSc IT, and because this is the example that we've taken, right? BSc IT. First thing is it is of 3 years and 6 semesters going to be there. Now there are certain highlights or certain options in there which will actually provide you all the details of the course. You can see in program details, you can find the most important thing, and that's the eligibility of your course. Whether you're eligible for a course or not, you can simply find it here. Now after that, we'll just move on to highlight as to what highlights are there in your favorite course. For example, what all research has been done, what all students have achieved from your course, and what all are the rankings of the university in regard to your course. You can find it on the site. Now there is a most important and unusual and interesting as well, is that LPU University does provide you your curriculum beforehand. Like even before you take part in your even before you take admission in your course, your curriculum is with you. You can see we have 3-year curriculum. Autumn term, spring term is already segregated here, and you can see all the topics in here. You just click on the topics, you will be given a more detailed structure of the topics, and then you can actually make a disciplined decision whether you want to go for a particular course or not. Now the most important part for a student to be looking for any course is the fee structure. You can see normally fee is 80,000 per semester, but again, this is not something that our students do pay because they get a lot of scholarships. So how you can get a lot of scholarships is based on all these details. You can see in here all the details. We have 3 categories, 1, 2, and 3, and on base of that you can find out our scholarships. So you can actually get up to 40% of scholarships, and your fee can be reduced to 48,000 per semester. Based, you should have either one of these condition fulfilled. Now let's say you're not able to get any of these scholarships mentioned here. Just don't be sad. We have other scholarships as well. So you can see, once we click on the scholarships, you will be getting all these special scholarships. In whichever scholarship you are eligible to, you can simply apply to that scholarship. Now the most important thing is important date. The last date of application is 30th April. So it is tomorrow only. I would urge to all the students, start applying for the test or the course, because tomorrow is the last date, and after that you might not able to get favorite admission in your favorite course. So start applying, and how you can apply is from here. Simply just click on apply now, and you will be asked for certain bare minimum requirements, and after that you submit this, and you will be given your dashboard. And once you will be given your dashboard, there you can simply apply for any test or course required in LPU. I hope I have made everything clear about how you can take part in your favorite course, how you can go on with the admission process. Now let's say you are having other questions as well. Let's say now everything is clear, and now after some time you have query. So how you can connect with us? You can connect, either schedule a call with us, you can either WhatsApp us, or you either can have a live video counseling session as well. So you need to just log in on lpu.in, and you need to have this interface, and you can simply either call us, WhatsApp us, or have a live video counseling session with us on your device only. Now, last but not the least is we have our number mentioned at the bottom of the site as well. You can take the screenshot or maybe write it down somewhere, so that if in case you have any query, you can simply just call us, and our esteemed counselors will be here, and they will be actually guiding you regarding any process, any query you have. So I believe I've made everything clear about the admission process. And since we're not having any questions, I would urge any attendee, if have any question regarding webinar or maybe the admission process, you can just ping us on a Q&A box. If you don't have any query, then I shall ask permission from ma'am and all the attendees to wrap the webinar up. Ma'am, can I?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then thank you so much, ma'am, first for giving your valuable time, for crediting your valuable time. It has really been an insightful information for us, and thank you so much for all the attendees for being a valuable audience to us. So until next time, attendees, stay safe and stay healthy, and meet you soon in the next webinar. Thank you so much for joining in the webinar.
Okay.